Folks, what we didn't tell you in the story yesterday and what's been hidden from you for years is that this year Obama has ordered 250 million Americans killed. Now, I know you think, ha 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 ha, but watch and learn. See what the Defense Department says. But before we go on, you have to buy food, water, toilet paper, heat. You have to have a way to communicate with your neighbor, and you have to have at least one gun per person in the house. Look at the stock market if you think I'm full of it. Look at the Canadian inflation. Folks, we buy rice and beans and diatomaceous earth, and we mix it together. 2 cups of diatomaceous earth for 25 pounds of rice, 2 pounds of beans in a 5-gallon bucket. You will need approximately 30 pounds of grain per person per month. If you're 2 retired people, a $15 bag of rice, 4 cups of diatomaceous earth, and 2 pounds of beans. That's not a lot. You need a water container, something you can run off your roof, or maybe you have a well or a stream. You need a container. We order from Thrive Life Food because it's cheaper than Safeway, tastes better, and stores for 25 years. We order from the website we're about to give you because we save 10 to 20% more than if we order just from Thrive. And if you order food under this website, then you will save more money than joining up with Thrive. I'm asking America to be ready for what Obama's going to throw at us. Just be ready. You think, ha 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 ha. Okay? I agree. These are Syrian refugees coming into Europe and into America. An endless stream of Syrian refugees. Why? Because they want to destroy culture. They want to make a one-world government. The German culture must be destroyed. And the Germans are resistant to the clean, organized, nice lifestyle, very wealthy lifestyle that they have. So they have to be killed. Germany has to be terminated. The Japanese are very proud of their clean, organized lifestyle, their history, their culture, their people. They must be killed and destroyed. Why? Because they will resist the New World Order, one world government. Okay. Everybody must have brown eyes. Everybody must look like an Israeli. Everybody in the world. We must have a homogeneous world. We cannot have cultures, language, and borders. You must be destroyed. You must be killed. You must be terminated. Those are refugees headed into Europe and the United States by order of Obama, the United Nations, England, and the Pope. They're not going to pay for them. Obama already has a house in Dubai. He plans to run away like a girly boy. And you will die. And you think, ha 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 ha. Here's Daigle.com, a military contractor. By the year 2025, Russia will be decreased in population. They must be contained. Germany's population will be cut in half. Japan's population will be devastated from 127 million to 46 million. The United States will be destroyed, utterly and completely destroyed. What we did not show you yesterday for the United States and its total destruction is the graph that Ditech has. 2004, 2007, 2015, 2016. They're going to kill all but about 30 million Americans, and then it'll go up and then it'll plummet. The American population by 2025, which is when Lucifer says he's going to return, according to the Lucifer Trust, freedom and the Bible and the gun must be out of the hands of the people. You must be a slave, a serf. They're going to do this by destroying pension funds, taking down the stock market, eliminating banks, eliminating the dollar, turning off the grid, and watching you die. This is who they are. They go on with what our military programs are, which are all military programs using technology from the 50s and 60s. They're not going to reveal themselves from the underground bases. We need to pray for it. And who's responsible? Obviously, this data comes from the Central Intelligence Agency, the International Monetary Fund, the United Nations, the U.S. government, the NSA. And they plan to do this with viruses, 50% death toll to more than 90% death toll. They plan to do this, and you can look this up. They're going to become foreign corporations. They're going to take down all of the pension funds, all of the banks. They're going to strip the stock markets apart, and they're going to start killing us. All the ground is sterile because they're spraying us with DNA from genetically modified wheat, corn, barley, soybeans. So if you try to grow corn in America and now in the Ukraine, it will be polluted. You can't regrow it. This is done purposely to kill the people of the United States, Japan, Germany, France, Spain, anybody with culture. They will kill, move the Muslims in, and then we have a homogeneous world where we all bow to the god of war, Allah, the Bedouin god of war, Saturn, from whence all these horn gods come. All of them. 1990 significant death toll in Russia. They're going to do it again, folks. This is going to happen, and I'm going to let you look at this one last time. Poland, they're going to kill the Polish. They're probably going to kill half the Polish population and then move in Arabians and Africans. They're going to do this in Taiwan. They're going to kill over half the people in the Netherlands and then move the people in. But what's amazing is when you go to these other countries, you see the graph stopping at 2015. All the other countries, you see the graph stopping at 2015. Japan, the graph stops at 2015.
Yeah, we don't know why.
It just stops. Only in the United States, are they showing you the planned decimation. This is coming from the Department of Defense. Ditech is a military. Daigle.com, a military contractor. They plan on, you can go down there through their graphs and you can look at it. You can find out who they work with, what they do. Now, do you really think with a $7 billion military budget, the people in the Coast Guard, the Navy, the Army, and the Air Force are going to have any money, Jane? You really think they're going to keep feeding the people in the military? If the military budget is projected to go to $7.2 billion, from 600, they actually get about $1 trillion in the military budget, from 756 to 7.2. Do you really think that they're going to keep the military employed? Already.
There's not enough people.
Already we see the VA barfed out $4.5 billion for the Syrian refugees, and then they're asking for $1.7 billion more, so they just keep throwing money at this VA, which now, according to, and every veteran will understand that, you got a form that you have to file with your taxes that says you're now under Obamacare, not VA healthcare. So it's all merged into this conglomerate. The VA is part of the welfare department now. Jane, if you want to go up underneath my notebook on the right, underneath it is a piece of paper that's folded right there on top. Yes. Wrong piece of paper that's folded. Is that a government form? A government form. If you're with the VA, you get this. Form 1095B. You're now part of the welfare system. If you're a mentally disabled vet, you lose all your rights. They have the right to seize everything you own. If you're physically disabled, they'll get there. Understand, this is the New World Order, even in Mexico. They plan to kill millions in Mexico. But again, it all stops right there. Folks, coming to you live. Now this is what we looked at here was actually a graph. Import and export. But they expect everything to collapse, and that means the population will collapse. This is the year, folks, that Obama has ordered us dead. He could stop it, but he's a puppet on a string. When you think this is hogwash, we're trying to get to the right one. We're still learning how to use this computer, folks. Sorry about that. You think, ha ha ha. Cost of living in Canada. McDonald's meal. Mid-range. 2 people at a restaurant. $60. Loaf of fresh white bread. $2.52. Milk. $7.92. Eggs. $3.34. Chicken breast. $6.07. Water. $2.15 for a 1.5 liter bottle. Bottle of wine. $15. Down here it's $6 in the States. Beef, $6.71. Everything is skyrocketed. Everything. Now you can still buy 15-pound of rice in Canada for about $30. And if you mix it with diatomaceous earth, when you rinse it off before you eat it, it takes all the fungicide off. Utilities are skyrocketing. Clothing and shoes are skyrocketing. Everything is skyrocketing in Canada. Folks, it's coming here. And this is why there's nothing you can do about it except prepare your family. There are waves and waves and waves coming into the United States, coming into Europe. And they're here, and they're going to make a homogeneous population after they destroy the economy. And I don't know what you can do about it except pray and prepare your family. Coming to you live, Dr. William B. Mount, folks. That's why we sell Thrive Food. We don't know if this country is going to be here soon. We don't. What we want is we want you to be prepared. Again, Obama orders 250 million Americans killed this year. You think it's ha ha ha. You've just seen the proof. Please buy food and water. Please get a lot of toilet paper. Please prepare to communicate with your neighbor and buy at least one gun per person. The stock market may fall apart. We're looking at huge inflation in Canada. We recommend starting with a 50-pound bag of rice and beans and 4 cups of diatomaceous earth and 2 5-gallon buckets. Buy a water container. Oh yeah, lots of beans. We order from Thrive Life because it happens to be cheaper than anybody else. And when we go to orderfood.thrivelife.com, say I want to go on amount, that's fine. We're using our money to give to kids who have cancer. That's where our profits go. We don't need your money, but we need you to be prepared, because the more people that are prepared, the better. And you're going to save 10% when going to order food. If you call Thrive Life Company, they're going to put you underneath somebody else, and you won't save 10 and 20%. Be ready, America. Please be ready. This is extremely important. We can pray. We can stop this madness if the Supreme Court follows through and arrests Obama. We can stop it. Maybe. I don't know. It all depends on what God's going to do. Folks, I wish you the best. God bless, and you have a wonderful day.